Y'all remember when Scooby-Doo fought Cthulhu? All right, now follow me on this, guys. I just received a copy of a really great book called Scooby-Doo versus the Cult of Cthulhu. Now, follow me here. If you are a weird little 90s baby just like me, you may remember reading these beautiful little vignettes into some creepy, surreal horror by a guy named R.L. Stine called Goosebumps. And if you are like me, your absolute favorite Goosebumps, these super shiny cover versions, and these super shiny covers always meant that you were in for some really good stuff because it was a choose-your-own-adventure book, right? Now, Scooby-Doo versus the Cult of Cthulhu is exactly that. It is a choose-your-own-adventure book. Some of the OGs may have just been able to tell by the style of the cover here. Now, what I love about this book is that you follow a hound from Carcosa that has found its way to our dimension and is kind of like a Batman, patrolling the area and keeping everyone safe from the more Cthulhu-slanted terrors of the night, right? And if you want to just follow me for a second, let me go ahead and read you the intro here, right?
You are Scooby-Doo, a hound of Carcosa. At least that's the name you use in this time-space reality, wherever it is. Earth, they call it. Wherever you go, humans are all the same. Stupid. But this bunch isn't too bad a lot, except for those Cult of Cthulhu fellows, trying to wake up their ancient sleeping god. Is that really smart in the long run? You should have seen the mess and the massacre when Hastur finally appeared in Carcosa, by the black stars above. You were summoned to this plane by a Manx witch, exiled from her home on Elan Van Inn, an island in the Irish Sea. She fled to the United States and ended up in Arkham, Massachusetts. Turns out the area is a nexus of weird supernatural occurrences. Upon your arrival, she screamed out, "Maudie Doo!" which actually turns out to mean black dog in her native language, in reference to a spectral hound said to haunt the Peel Castle in her abandoned homeland. But being unfamiliar with the local languages, you thought she said Scooby-Doo, so you just went with it, and tore her to pieces before she could cast a deadly spell on you. Then you left Arkham and explored the countryside for a while, eventually settling in Essex. Small-town life better suited you. The old, narrow streets of Arkham were too noisy and crowded, especially around Miskatonic University. It reminded you too much of Carcosa. Too many lurkers and whisperers and shadows and dark corners and doomslingers and tormentors and cats. What is that old proverb? Never trust a cat. Now you patrol the surrounding area and keep Essex safe from the bad things. Little do the citizens know how close they come to total annihilation every night. And the people of Essex take care of you, especially over at Necro Joe's Pizza Parlor. The proprietor got his nickname from some old book. Apparently it's very popular and keeps going missing from the university library, but it always manages to find its way back, somehow. Who's a what's a? Well, looky here, if it isn't old Fogg and Fusty. Robert Fogg, leader of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and Joshua Fusty, leader of the Cult of Cthulhu, just walked out of the end-of-the-line diner, a train-themed eatery. They give a farewell secret handshake and part ways. If you follow Fogg, turn to page 7. If you follow Fusty, turn to page 12. But if you leave them alone, turn to page 6. Now, my friends, that is actually going to be our choice, and you'll see why in a second. We decide to leave them alone. Seriously? Have you never done this before? There's almost always an early instinct. And you found it. Your inaction allows both Fogg and Fusty to get away, who then later reunite and manage to awaken Cthulhu from his eternal slumber in the sunken city of Relea. The Big C then proceeds to destroy all intelligent life on the planet, including Carcosan hounds, who ignore when the stars are right.
The end. My friends, I absolutely love the idea of this book. I love the execution, and you can bet that I'm actually going to be posting a few of the better endings, which apparently all end in, thanks YouTube, forever sleep. So if you do want to see some more endings, go ahead, leave a comment below and let me know. If you want to see a bit of a more in-depth review as a long form, definitely let me know because it's something I can do. And if you want a copy for yourself, unfortunately, I did bow to the Bezos God for this. So if you go on to Amazon and you just look up Scooby-Doo, that's probably going to get you there. But then also just pop in Cthulhu just for posterity. You always need to throw Cthulhu in there at some point.